My name is Bob Hendrix. I'm one of 6 boys of the Hendrix family, and I was raised on this place until I was 17 years old, and I went off to college, and it's been in the family for like 150 years. So my dad, after he grew up, he bought this place here where we're standing, and then they built their house, and that's where I was raised. And when I was raised here, there were 6 boys, and we was all daddy's slaves. So he worked us pretty hard, but we did a lot of corn, a lot of okra, a lot of lettuce, purple peas, anything that you grew on the farm, we did that. And then we also had livestock. We always had some cows, had milk cows, had some beef cows, always had hogs, and of course we always had chickens because that was his main cash crop. There's 233 acres on this plot, on this piece of property here. Mother built this house in 1992, the one that she lived into. And she'd always wanted one for years and years, and my dad never would agree to do that. So she finally told him one day, I'm gonna sell some timber and build me a house. So that's what she did. So anyway, she lived in that until she passed away in the late 90s. So, well, of course, the biggest memory is growing up with 6 boys, because you imagine 6 boys growing up together. There was a lot of fights went on, a lot of things that we did together, but we also did a lot of work together. And the property that you see now that's in the hay meadows used to all be truck crop property, and there's always plenty to do, and probably more than we get done. But my dad was a good motivator, so he knew how to motivate boys. So if he'd tell you to do something one time, and if you didn't do it, he didn't tell you again, he'd pull his belt off. To me, the most special thing is the timber on it. There's 67 acres that's open, and the rest of it's in timber. And it's probably been 25 years or 30 years since any of it's been cut. So there's some big old pine trees on it, and it's about half hardwood and about half pine. I was down here about 2 weeks ago, and there's 5 deer running around. So there is deer on the property, which my nephew Jimmy, his kids and them come down here and deer hunt every year on it. So, and they usually get 1 or 2 deer every year off of it. So there's actually 2 big ponds on the property. One of them is here behind me, and it was built probably about 1950 probably. And it's got probably all kinds of fish in it. And that was my mother's favorite fishing spot, was this pond up here. The other pond, which is down in front of the house that you can see from where we're standing, the big thing about that pond, my brother who lived here till he got sick and moved into town, he did a fishing derby every year for the handicapped kids, and they'd have about 200 kids come out and fish in that pond, and the Game and Fish Commission would come out and stock it about 2 days before the fishing derby. So there's always a lot of fish, and you can imagine how excited those kids got when they caught all those fish. So I just think it's a great piece of property, and I hate to sell it. If I lived closer, I would not sell it, because I think too much about it, and I like to spend a lot of time on it, but I just don't. I'm too far away, and I don't have time to do it. So it's really got some big old beautiful pine trees on it, and some good old big hardwood trees on it. So that to me is a special part of it. And if anybody wants to raise cows on it, they've got, like I say, got 67 acres of open land that's got good grass on it, that the hay's cut off of it every year. And I'll miss it.